Hi there, parents and students. Deacon John Wilson here. You know me, Education and Enrichment Director for West Angeles, here to talk with a student. We have a series of these at various schools. I'm here with a great student who went to a great high school. We'll talk about that. And has some pretty unique experiences at LMU, which is one of my favorite private colleges. I think she knows that. Always had a pretty good relationship with them. And she's over there working with one of my best friends ever, Charles Mason. Shout out to Charles Mason. Well, I probably have more to say about him too. So hi, Jaden.
Hi, Deacon Wilson.
All right. So you're finished your first year. What a quick year at LMU. And a year ago today, I checked, and you and I were talking about you joining a program there. I think I'm going to start by talking about what you did in the summer.
Okay.
And oh, by the way, I do want to say she was bugging me about like a recommendation. But Charles and them said, why you waste your time doing this stuff? I said, what? He said, I know, I bet y'all worked on this for 10 years. And I know you and I worked hard on it.
Mm-hmm.
But they knew about you. He knew, which meant we had interacted with him before about you. So what I want you to talk about last summer, what program you were in, just start talking about that and talk about that program and how the summer went. We don't want to stand and answer too long, but I want people to hear about last summer, a year ago, what you were getting into. Go ahead.
No, for sure. The program that I was in last summer was called the TLC program. It means the learning community. There are many TLC/the learning communities on campus, but this one was specifically for African Americans. So it starts in the summer. Because of COVID, we couldn't be all together. It was on Zoom this year or last year. But however, it's kind of to get us acclimated with like taking classes and kind of get us more comfortable with those around us, with the community, with the school, and just to move on from there while also learning about what it means to be Black on campus and a predominantly white campus, as well as what it means to be a leader no matter the color of our skin and what we believe in. So the whole thing was kind of just how to believe in ourselves, how to continue as a leader, and how to be proud in who we are, what we are, and to know that being Black was a good thing, an amazing thing, and that it's something to be proud of.
We're really proud of you. You, quiet as it's kept, we put some pretty great students in LMU, and you're right at the top. I checked before this, we put 18 over there, and I knew you would do well. How did it feel joining the community of the school? I know it started off, maybe you guys, I don't remember. See, I'm so tired of this pandemic, I don't remember anything. I'm so sick of it. You and I should talk offline about that. So you can bring you up to speed on where I am on it. But how was that in September, spring, getting involved with students? How did that process go for you? How have you connected to the university? Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, we were in COVID and everything. So my senior year and half of my junior year was actually online. So I think it was a little harder to come just back to school in person with in-person and online classes and just have it full force school after we were just like online and everything was kind of like belittled. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's the word I'm going to use, kind of like belittled into like kind of smaller lessons, smaller things, less, we were learning less, and now we're just kind of thrown into college. So I would say like academic wise, obviously it was difficult, but I would say the TLC program did help us because we did do schooling, well, not really schooling, but like classes during the summer where we had to like kind of learn and had to have class discussions and stuff like that. I would say
it's a good warm up, huh?
It
was a good warm up.
Oh yeah, for sure. It definitely helped the transition a lot better when we came here, especially because we all knew each other. So it was able to relate to someone. We kind of already had friends on campus who we can go to if anything was going on or just to hang out with, which brings me to my next point of the social point. Since we all just came out of COVID, I'm pretty sure everyone was kind of happy to see people in person and kind of meet everybody. So everyone was just kind of becoming more and more friends. Friend groups were growing, everything. And it wasn't like that cliquey type. It was like everybody, for the most part, were actually just genuinely wanting to meet each other and become friends. So that was really, really nice. Obviously, since we did just get to college again, it was a little stressful, but at least we had each other to lean on, to get help from, to go to the library and have sessions on, because our library is really huge.
It is.
I have no idea
where before, just got chilled out there. It's big.
Yeah, it's really big. And they have like study rooms that you can book from
Oh,
up to at least 6 people for some of them. Some of them are just two to 6 people. Then you have like these big areas on each floor. There's 3 floors, and you have these big areas where you can kind of just do your work with other people or by yourself. So yeah, it was just really easy. And they have other places on campus you can learn too and do all these different things too. I think everywhere on campus can be someone's study space. But at least for the Black community, we had this place installed that used to be called Bird's Nest, but now it is the Mumbangi
oh,
spot. And it is
yeah, I know where
where
that is.
yeah, and it's where all of us kind of can come together sometimes, or it's just open for people to study, to hang out, to do anything. It has a little kitchen and coffee and stuff for everyone to, printers, paper, just anything that we would need as a college student, as well as a space where we can be ourselves with no judgment.
Nice. What kind of activities were you involved in on campus, or did you just pretty much spend time with the TLC people and around the multicultural organization? What other things did you do if you did?
Well, at first I did hang around with just the TLC people. I was a part of Citizen Solidarity, which is for African American females. I was a part
Okay.
of BSU, Black Student Union, and ASA, the African Students Association. So I did do all the clubs where it had to do with African Americans, because I know even though it's a predominantly white school, no matter where you go, it's really how Black you make it. So if you want to be
I
with,
would say that again.
it's really how Black you make it.
Can I steal that?
Yo,
I have a
100%.
session this Sunday where I'm preparing them to go to college. I think I'm gonna use that.
Go for it.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
But
I'm gonna write that down. Go ahead.
perfect. But overall, it was kind of, I decided to branch out a little bit more and meet new people, because I'm used to just like having friends from everywhere, and I kind of want to just branch out. So obviously I love my TLC friends, and I still have them as friends. I still talk to a lot of them, as well as I have a best friend that is from India and Dubai, who's in India right now during the summer. Um I have a significant other who is African American on the basketball team here. And then my other best friend's also Indian. So like I decided to branch out and become friends with everybody. And I also went to some of their clubs, cultural clubs and stuff, to kind of just immerse myself in the culture on campus, as well as other activities I do. As Deacon Wilson said, I work with Charles Mason in the admissions. That's kind of more need-based, but I do tours, calls, and presentations
You
to
are doing
prospective
tours,
and students.
so you're walking backwards.
I'm walking backwards.
Yeah, when you're doing tours.
Oh, that's true.
That's what I call it, walking backwards. We call it in the admissions business, we call it that. All right, go ahead.
Nice. And then I work in the Office of Study Abroad. So I know most of the programs there, all of the little fun facts, and I actually help students apply to their study abroads, as well as give any tours and prospective students walking by information on it. And I call them, email them, and I also put together some events for the incoming exchange students in the spring. And then now I'm a manager of my other job, which is
Yeah,
a
you told me about that. Yeah.
yeah, I just became a manager. I was voted rookie of the year too, because I don't know, I actually don't know.
Wait. Rookie of the year?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
So
I make you rookie of the year?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you didn't, oh, you weren't in that conversation.
Mm-mm.
Oh, see, I don't know. We were talking about you in a very positive way,
Thank you.
Charles and I. And he said, "Oh, yeah, Jaden, she's pretty cool. Yeah, you're right. She's rookie of the year."
Thank
I
you.
said,
Thank
"Rookie of the year, I expect to be the first freshman MVP."
you.
Because we had just had that session you were in. This is a long story.
No, you're good. I actually at this job, I did get rookie of the year and I got an award for it. And it's conference events and services. So we set up all the furniture and stuff for different events, tables, carry tables.
Like a program board or something, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
like event planners, but we're the ones that
Yes,
actually just set
right.
it up. Yeah,
Right.
and so we were driving around campus and stuff, and now I was promoted manager. So during the summer, I am actually still staying on LMU's campus.
Tell me they're paying you to stay on camp or paying for your room or whatever. I don't know. They doing anything?
They actually gave me a discount on my room. I'm not.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
That's what I
gave
want
me
to
a
hear.
discount. Yeah, a
Good.
way less discount. So that's good. But
you get to
yeah,
stay there. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that when I talk about home versus school, but go ahead.
sounds good. No, yeah, I'm Yeah, so I'm staying on campus, and it makes it really easy because I have to get up at 7 a.m. almost every day. But but yeah, I'm the manager now in EO.
So you stayed pretty active. I suppose you would advise freshmen in college to be active, yes?
I would advise them to be active. I would say maybe don't have 3 jobs like I did because it does get a little stressful.
I was going to ask you about that too, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'd definitely say maybe start off a little slower.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would say you should be active in your community just so people know your name, just so you're out there. So professors and school officials and stuff can come up to you and you can come up to them and feel comfortable talking to them. It's a lot easier when you're more active to get to know people and have people get to know you and feel comfortable and more comfortable within your community as a whole.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Now, you did so much there on campus. Um, Very proud of you.
Thank you.
I've often said I'd rather students have a few points off their GPA, but not be doing bad, than it be straight A's and not doing anything.
Yeah,
So I'm very happy with what's happened there. But how has academics gone there for you as a freshman at LMU? Go ahead.
for sure. I'd say I kind of set myself a little bit for failure first semester just because I had like 8 a.m.s and I started all
You
these
learn all the
jobs.
tricks on that later. Okay.
Yeah, and I kind of just put too much on myself at once to where I didn't know how to balance it very well. I was staying up in the library, not getting too much sleep and all this stuff. But then once I learned from that, second semester was a way more smooth ride. I still kept the jobs and everything. I just adjusted my school schedule. I still took the same amount of classes both semesters. I took 17 to 18 credits, which is a max you can take while having 3 jobs and still going to club stuff. And I actually did pretty well. I brought my GPA back up to a 3.56 because first semester was down a little, like I said, because I was struggling
This is
a
down a
little.
little for a lot of my students. You explained why earlier in the conversation. Go ahead.
Yeah, and overall, you just got to learn to balance it out. I had to learn to balance it out, and I think that's why I'm doing a lot better now is because I learned that not to stress myself out a little too much,
So what
not to
is
do
your
too much.
current major and then your career goal? You have to actually, I hit this with you when you're in at the end of your junior year, that I hit it when you went there. I love the evolution. What's going on with that now?
So my major is still business management
Okay,
and leadership because it gives me this broad thing about how to be in business,
perfect,
maybe have my own business and be a leader within a business. And
perfect.
my future goal, at least on campus, is to add a minor in public relations still and to maybe add another major in marketing as time goes on. And with that being said, when I'm older, I'd like to work in the business field, mostly with the entertainment industry.
You're
I
still
would,
there on that.
yeah, I'm still there on that. I'd still like to become a talent management kind of
Wait a
PR
minute. Wait a
agent.
minute. Wait. I just remembered something. Are you going to watch the fourth season of All American or not?
Oh, I'm in the middle of it right now.
I feel bad. I haven't started yet. I'll be in there today.
Sounds good.
It's
You
a little
should.
private joke we have because she reminds me of one of the characters on there. You just have to watch and guess which one it is. Her and I have had that conversation because when you said you wanted to get in entertainment, I thought about a certain character on there. I think
Yeah,
you know who that is. Had you
I do.
considered that before I told you
Considered.
that I said that you reminded me of a character on there? Had you considered that character before?
I have because a lot of people kind of compare me just for
Ah,
other reasons,
okay.
but
All right.
not. I haven't thought about it for the reason you compared
Yeah,
me.
the career part. All right.
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Uh, Go ahead and you came out of a private high school,
I did.
and it was Louisville, and I had a student from there a long time ago that went on, has had a great career, and she's kind of a business management person anyway. Uh, Actually connected back with her after I talked to you. It was funny. She helped me with something. But how was that transitioning out? You went to a similar kind of college to your high school, which was interesting.
I
How was
did.
the
Here, let
transition?
me, yeah, let me close my window real quickly.
Mhm.
either. But yeah, I did go to a similar high school than I with my college, and I'd say the transition made it a lot easier just because they kind of had the same values and some of the same things because they're both Catholic
Yeah.
kind of private schools. Um, However, even though I am not necessarily Catholic, I am just Christian.
Yeah, I know.
But they both were very accepting no matter what. And I guess that made it a lot better when we had to like take religion classes and everything. You're still accepted for who you are. But I think academically, the transition was hard. They both schools expected a lot from you. But I'd say once we
Mhm.
got to COVID and everything was kind of just like lowered
Mhm.
with what they expected, and then just going back to school and then them expecting just even more than what you were used to was definitely difficult also.
And I trusted, I was going to ask you, were you watching the basketball games? But I guess you were. I congratulate you on your friendship. Wish you all the best. And also, I want to ask you, have you seen any students that came in and struggled and are leaving, and or have you pretty much seen all pretty much get over? Because I know you work with the student. I know you guys are all a group, so maybe you push each other to succeed. But have you seen students that didn't really get involved, stayed isolated, and just didn't make it? Have you seen it? If you haven't, that's okay. I always ask that question.
Yeah, no, for sure. I've seen students who do struggle a lot, but I haven't seen any students that left because of struggling. I've seen students that transfer just because it was already always their plan, or I've seen students that just had another path for them overall, but it wasn't because they were struggling in school here or
That's
anything
good.
like
That's
that.
good.
A lot of times teachers give us so much like not leeway, but ways where we can talk to them and get help with anything we need. We have the tutoring session, building here where you can get tutors and help on your writing and in language courses. We have, like I said, the library and librarians you can meet with for research papers, and all teachers are actually required to have office hours during the week where students can actually meet with them and get help, as well as just hang out with your friends in the library and getting your little group sessions going. But I've never met someone who struggled so much academically where they left.
Nice. That's really good to know. I suspected it about LMU. I wanted to hear that from you.
Sure.
And let me see. Oh yeah, that's right. So so I have a theory that LMU, in your situation, able to be more on the campus. I know you're in town. We all know you in LA. Come on now. But you don't you feel like sometimes you're away, that you're you can kind of feel LMU as an away school for you. You don't get home much. Shout out to your mom. I hope that doesn't bother. I
Hi,
love her. I
Mom.
love her a lot. I
Hi,
love her a
Mom.
lot. She's gonna get this video. She might as well say hi. Does she know you're doing this?
No.
I'm hoping not. Okay, good. I was gonna tell you don't tell her. So
Sorry, Mom.
talk about the campus as home. Did you see yourself spending that much time there? Did you and liking it? Did you talk about that?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, as first on campus, from the struggling and kind of making friends, it seemed a little hard and you miss home a little, like a lot in the beginning. But I think as time went on, it's kind of felt more, not more like home, because obviously nothing's like home when you go home to your mom and get a home cooked meal or get to just hug your mom and hang out with your pets or your siblings or anybody at home. However, it was kind of just like you as an individual, like this is your individual home when you're not at home, if that makes sense. So yeah, sometimes when I'm away from LMU, it feels weird. Like I'm homesick sometimes to LMU and like
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, other
yeah.
students are in town at schools they're happy with, like in Long Beach, tell me that too. They're living in a dorm, they feel like, wow, I feel like I'm away. Because the mothers tell them, stay down there. But that's pretty cool. I want
Yeah,
to say that I'm glad you did this with me. I really appreciate it.
of course.
And let me know any way we can help.
I
And
will.
I'm very proud. We're very proud of you down there. And good old Quinn asked about you the other day. I mentioned I was doing this. Just give you a shout out. Say hey to Jaden
Hey,
for me.
Quinn.
So we appreciate you and look forward to your success. Okay.
Well, thank you. I'll keep you updated.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.